Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Chris Bosh?
Well, the thing I noticed with him is what makes him so difficult to defend. How good he is at running the pick and roll. He sets really good screens. His timing is right. And then the roll always seems to be in rhythm and in sync with his point guard.
And the consistency of his jump shot is another thing we should say about him. I mean, it doesn't matter how many defenders are flying at him. His stroke is never changing.
For the Miami Heat, they won their last contest, that game against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they... Oh, get it! Watch out now! Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach of the Grizzlies. We talked about the strategy as it applies to D. Wade. He said Dwayne can score at will when he gets into a rhythm. So our job is going to be prevent him from getting into that rhythm in the first place. Because if we can't do that, the points will just pile up. Most opponents are completely aware of that, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Bosh can't hit. Looking at Memphis, they took the win in their last game against Houston.
You know, their shooting percentage in that game, you look at the box score, it's just off the charts. I watched the tape. It was mostly because their offensive execution was flawless.
Yeah, they did such a really nice job of moving the ball side to side, opened up the court for them. It makes it tough for the defense when you spread out and move the ball the way they did. And they got high-quality shots as a result.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Gasol backing down. He feeds it to Randolph. Conley. Allen kicks to Conley. No good. Some solid defense there from Chalmers. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Conley with the 3. Miami grabs the miss. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
Now, the last meeting was a successful one. They were very sharp defensively, causing a lot of turnovers, and that swayed the game in their favor.
Kufis checked in for Memphis. Lee comes in for Vince Carter. .50 seconds left in the first. They get it back. Dang with the bucket.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know, that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Memphis. What an easy win for him last time. As Steve mentioned, Clark, the turnover differential was a major factor.
Yeah, I call it disruptive in a word from the defensive standpoint. They were all over him the whole game.
And here's Conley outside. And good on the basket. Book it. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. On the wing, Brown, covered by Lee. Brown against Lee. Lee with the steal. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. On up the court.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies out. Start your new year with... Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Memphis.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
We've got Norris Cole, who's out there with Brown. Dang out there with Haslett. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
He's a high-effort guy, always looking for the offensive rebounds. And he's got a skill set that coaches love to encourage.
Yeah, he's kind of like a pushover parent. You know, somebody that lets you have your way all the time. He'll give you plenty of seconds if you don't pay attention to him.
Number 44. And the jam by Udonis Haslem.
Rudely thrown down after the offensive rebound. He is ramped up now.
He is, you're right, and you figure this game might come down to a few of those effort plays.
Always does, Kevin.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Seems like that kind of a contest tonight.
That's good. Here's Brown. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Kicks to Cole. And that's a foul called on Beno Udrih. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle at a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Marc Gasol's checked in for Kupas. Randolph comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Carter in for Courtney Lee. Here's Bosch. The shot is off. And it's Memphis the other way. Here's Prince. That one falls coming off Carter's feet.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Back to Dang. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Dang's got 6.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. So it'll be Marc Gasol shooting. It's on Chris Bosh. And the Heat making a change here. Chalmers is checked in. Dang. Wide open look. The rebound by Gasol.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
Carter, the pass to Randall. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Gasol, a screen on Wade. Back to Gasol. Stolen by Bosh. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Chalmers. And Chris Bosh with the slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Well, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Wade kicks to Chalmers. Carter with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Michael Conley. This past month, he's really set himself apart. You see how he matches up numbers-wise. 11th in steals, and of course, passing, such a big part of his game, one of the top 15 leading assist men in the NBA.
And, you know, Steve, going back to his steals, I mean, defense has really been at the core of his identity. I mean, he poses a lot of problems to whoever he's guarding, and that helps the team at the defensive end.
Tony Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies. Miami shooting their first free throw this game.
Yeah, it's been an average year at the line for them so far this year, shooting about 75%.
And it's Carter penetrating. And the layup's good off the glass.
That is a pretty finish. The defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled them.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
You know, as we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has improved. It's gotten more aggressive, more physical.
It sure seems like it has. They've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Allen outside, tries a three. Here's Gasol, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Gasol's got 5 points so far. There's Chalmers. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Down low. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, about just piling up points in the paint.
And the first half is now in the books.
Now, presented by Sprint.
The NBA at the United Center. The Bulls
The Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Luol Deng really making a difference here.
Well, when he gets to the rim, I mean, you know he's going to score. That's just the way it is. And he's been getting there a lot so far today.
And Steve, he's been operating at extremely close range. The D has to do a much better job of protecting the basket the rest of the way.
So on the floor for Memphis, Carter is out there with Zach Randolph. Then it's Marc Gasol. And it's Tony Allen. And it's Conley in at the point guard. Chalmers with it. Conley picks him up. Stolen by Michael Conley. Carter dishes to Conley. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And here on our 2K leaderboard, you see a breakdown of the best free throw shooting centers and power forwards over the past month. The fourth spot held by Marc Gasol.
That's a very confident group of players at the foul line. You know, we've seen a lot of guys at that size struggle from the free throw line. But these are good shooters here.
I want to check you on that now. Not all big guys struggle at the stripe, Steve. I mean, I know you're a little fella, but there are some excellent free throw shooting big men around. None more so than the group here.
For Miami, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Wade, no good on the free throw. Memphis leading by 6. There's the lob to the hoop. They get it again. And finished off by Gasol.
Excellent work on the offensive boards.
Went after that rebound hard and quickly turned it into a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that have put them in front in this game.
That free throw good from Gasol. And Miami shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Chalmers passes to McRoberts. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. Well, they may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Anderson comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Granger in for Luol Deng.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Over the last month, let's take a look at the Grizzlies and how they stacked up in the league statistically. Second in three-point field goal percentage, 10th in blocks, and they're in the top half of the league in free throw shooting as well. Pretty good, but they could certainly stand some improvement there.
And Clark, you know I love the long ball. The way they've been shooting that three-point line is really fun to watch. I mean, they're spreading the floor, they're sharing the ball, and they're moving the ball inside and out. You get that inside-out game going, and it's much easier to get open looks from the three-point line.
To the paint, and it's Carter missing.
So hard not to go for it when you see a chance for an alley-oop like there was there.
I know he wishes he had it.
Wade for 3. It's rebounded by Gasol. Gasol's got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Carter penetrating. Allen outside. Launches it. Miami grabs the miss. Deng's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one.
And I would think a lot of attention will be focused on that Orlando contest. Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Now, a severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Some changes for Memphis. Kuvas checked in for Gasol. Clark comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Lee in for Vince Carter. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Lee with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Lee, that's good.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You could see that there.
Brown against Lee. Brown gets to Chalmers. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Guys, that's his 4th giveaway. He really needs to be more efficient with the ball in his hands.
And here's Randolph. Here's Kufis. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Outside Bosch. Gets a very good look and converts. Bosch has got 6.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit.
It's a special.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they're getting into the paint with their penetration, and it's really been key for this club.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
They've got Dwayne Wade, Josh McRoberts out there with Chris Bosch. Then it's Dang. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. You can put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
That drive by Carter. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Miami. That's good from Carter.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Hooked away. It's stolen by Allen.
They've really gotten loose with the ball here in the second half. I thought they were much more efficient in the first half in terms of just handling the basketball.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
They're turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Danny Granger, he's checked in for Luol Deng. Gasol drops 2.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
There's Granger. They get the rebound. McRoberts. And it's blocked by Conley. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Timeout called the Heat. They're trailing by 14. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. This all setting the pick for Conley. Back to Allen. Memphis moving it around. The Grizzlies with another miss.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And stolen by Granger. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
3 on 3. Chalmers dishes to Wade. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as many as 14 points. Conley gets the bucket.
Yeah, beautiful drive there. Going right around the bigger man.
That's good from Conley. And 1:01 left to play in the final quarter. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Allen. Leads him in there. Conley, the pass to Allen. Out to Carter. And the 3 ball is good.
And he's someone the defense has to keep track of at all times because, you know, even when he doesn't have the ball, he moves so well without it. He's constantly a threat to catch and shoot.
And, you know, he's also a tough finisher, Steve. There's very little a defender can do if he gets to within arm's length of the basket.
Goes up to the stripe, and there's the rejection.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Kuvas checked in for Gasol. Clark comes in for Zach Randolph. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Vince Carter. And it's Pondexter in for Tony Allen.
This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Pondexter no good. Here's Cole. He kicks it to Granger. But they'll get another chance. Gets the bucket.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.